don't know, a bit excited. It'd be interesting to see how it turns out. And some elements like this. I don't know if you can see where I'm hovering here. Yeah, because I've blown it up. Right, I've had to blow this up for the stream. Right, because they're so damn small. Right, I can barely see them on my own screen. In order to make sense of them, I have to hover over them and read each one most of the time. So I think part of the UI was it blows these up considerably, right? So I think that I'm kind of looking forward to having the UI design itself. I'll see how it grows on me when I'm using it. But also, it looks like they're changing. Like, it looks like they're going back to the old. You used to have slots and then banks of slots, and moving away from this customizable desktop scenario. I think so. It's going back to how it was in the Game Brio engine, technically. Let me see if I posted the link a while back. Leave it image. Entropia. Put it in there. Web peas. Ooh. Okay. Right, let me see if I can put these on the screen without much bother. Where's my... I thought I had just a... misc image. There we go. Let's pick up. So the first screen, let me just pop that on there. So the first screen, I'm going to have to open these up separately as well. I can't see them where they are. Oh. So let's have a look at this, shall we? So you can't see where I'm pointing. It's handy. You know what? Let me... Can I do this? Can I do this? Edit. Open with paint. Can I do that? Feet. Right. Let me put that away and can I do that? Really? Paint, 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 paint. Why isn't that working? There we go. Right. Let me just zoom out a little bit. And I can shrink the window a bit. Okay, so the problem here is that toolbar and everything is taking up a load of room on there. Can you see that though? Oh, it's really screwed it up. Okay, if I go 100% and then I can... Oh my god, do that. I thought holding middle mouse button would... I love how they're rocking a 3D Delta blip pistol for the thing. Really? Okay. So let's have a look at this. So we can see down the paint brush. No, that's fill. This okay. We can see down here that the UI is a bit cleaner. I think I'm pretty sure there are technical challenges with having this completely customizable desktop thing. Um, and I imagine that in Unreal, it gives you some UI capabilities out of the box, right? And what I can imagine is that this fully customizable desktop situation is not an option in that. That's what I reckon's going on. Just a guess. Don't know enough about Unreal Engine. So, but if you can see what I was saying about how when you're in the game and you're not hovering over your chat, it kind of looks like how they've got it defaulted there. Now, whether it puts some kind of UI on top of that when you do hover over it in the new UI, like it changes it, then I don't know. But it looks like, I'm just guessing, but it looks like it would probably stay like that. It might change its opaqueness a little bit, but I think essentially the UI looks like that. And I think I'm fine with that. It's a clean look. It's not very pizzazzy, right? And I think, like, if you look at other games, specifically AAA games and stuff like that, they create a UI and it all has a, it has a look and a design language for the game. Like, you look at Cyberpunk and its menus, it all looks like it fits together. Even as you like move your focus around the menu, things glitch in and out and stuff like that, right? And I think the problem here is that for Entropia Universe, which is a collection of planets that don't have any real common theme, um, it lacks identity in its design language a bit. And so this is kind of a default fallback position in terms of how a UI can look, in my opinion. That said, I am, if it doesn't do sorry, you can't see the game in a minute. If it doesn't do this kind of business here, where you hover over it and it's got this kind of this other look to it, if it doesn't do that, I'm all for that, because I'm not a real fan of this at all. This heavy border looks like, I don't know, looks like it's in metal or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm saying buttons, yeah, because every single button uses a shader element of the base item that has it in situ, right? And I think, do they not need to change as well? Yeah. See, look, if you look at, can you see it? I doubt you can see it very well. But, but basically, I wonder if I can move. Actually, I can just put another one down. Can I put it over the top of this? And then, yeah. Now, you look at bottom right. Oh, it wouldn't let me put it there. Okay. All right. I see what's going on there. Right, let me move that out of the way. There you go. Can you see it? Kinda. Move that. Now, this is a real time because I then drag on a laser sight and that image changes. I drag on that and the image changes again. So it's all kind of real time connected to whatever is in play, right? So I imagine that's got something to do with performance issues as well. Oh, hang on, I need to get rid of that. And let me put this back where it was. There we are. That makes sense. But how that kind of thing could be a performance issue in kind of the same way for a long time, and it's still not perfect. For a long time, just having this open would lag your system out to high heaven because it was like you've got this 3D game and then you've got this UI element, and then in that UI element you've got a 3D model being rendered as well, and this would cause all sorts of frame rate issues, and it's gotten better recently, like in the last few years. I don't know when it was fixed, but it's definitely better than it used to be. But you can still see every time I make a shot, this animation stutters. I don't know if you can see that on the stream. Oh, you can't see anything at all. Hang on. Every time I shoot, this animation stutters a little bit. More when I've got the text there, I think. Yeah, it's possibly imperceivable to you across the stream. But it is stuttering. So, it's things like this that all add up and create extra performance issues. And I imagine when you're using Unreal Engine to render the game itself, you're going to be running into those kinds of things even harder, right? Because CryEngine 2 is not exactly, um, you know, by today's standards, not a difficult render. Okay, so we've run out of energy cells. So we're going to convert the ammo now and carry on with that until we run out of that. Okay, basically until I've run out of shrapnel. We are halfway now. Anyway, let's get paint back up. So, it's a clean look. I don't mind that at all. Is this bit here going to be fixed? Put the Twitch goal out of the way. Is that bit there going to be fixed? Hey, no worries. Content, right? Yeah, the positioning of this, is this fixed? There's another picture. Let's just hide that while I look. Right, so I've got the other image up now. can move it wherever you want, and also make the menu for the hotkeys vertical. Interesting. No, so this is an interesting element right here. Oh, this is a notification right here. Look, that's a highlight to say. Let's get red up so you can maybe see that. Really helped at all, has it? You can see there's a little notification icon there, rather than the whole thing being lit up quite obnoxiously. I think I like that. I think I like that. So the interesting thing here is you've got this bank of functionality over here, and then you seem to have another one here. And I'm just wondering how that bit works. Are they just two discrete toolbars and you can move those around independently? Or if you make them vertical, is that going to make all of it vertical? I mean, have they not done that bit yet? Because I feel like they would have shown us that. They would have done a screenshot for that, right? If that was finished and done. Anyway, so that's an interesting question. Are they separate? Are they part of the same kind of thing that will move together? Can you make one vertical and one horizontal? These are questions we need to know. And like I said, the icons are way bigger now. But my main gripe with those right now is their opacity or lack thereof. They're kind of slightly transparent from what I can see. You see how they fade? You guys see that? And I don't think I like that. I think I want to be able to see them no matter what. I get transparency in areas like this, but for the icons themselves, they should not have any transparency. They should be clearly visible. It's because I'm old, all right. Age shaming there. Too high level. Yeah. Right, hang on. Right, where are we? Back here. Right. So, but the sizing is better. The sizing is way, way better. Let's get to 100%. So the 100% should be relatively to scale on... No, it won't be actually. No, it won't be. Not from what you can see. It's going to be bigger than that, how it's appearing on the stream right now. How can I... Oh, where was that, Kaja? I missed that. If I... 100% is on this now. Yeah, I can't be guessing, trying to get back that back to 100%. The only thing I can do is look at the image directly. And then just shove it on the screen. Move it up. Move it on up. There we go. Right, so that is... I think the other problem is I don't know what resolution... Yes, I do. It was 1920 by 1080. Now my stream is 1440. What I don't know from this is if I'm running 1440, is this UI going to stay at the same size or is it going to scale up? Oh, have they shown? Sorry. That was the dyslexia hitting there. I read that as they have shown more in game. Sorry. So yeah, that's the question. What you're looking at on stream is 1080p stretched out to 1440p right now. And as we've seen with the UI in the game currently, the bigger your resolution, the smaller the UI looks. It doesn't scale, right? But because this is Unreal Engine, and I'm assuming that they're going to be using Unreal's UI elements to build the UI, is it now going to scale? Anyway, let's look at this some more. So this is a little odd feeling. This is the HP icon, right? Which I've no problem with that, really. Only it took me a second to go, oh, that's a heart, right? But it's not in line with the HP bar. The HP bar is quite narrow. I'd like to see that fatter, to be honest. Your HP is kind of important to be able to see. And I feel like it needs bigger real estate on the screen, if I'm honest. But the other problem with it, I see, is that... Yeah, if you're worrying about HP, you're too poor to play the game. I get it. I get it. The other problem with it is that the heart is centered on this line. The HP bar is centered here. And then we've got the current equipped item in line with the heart icon. Do you see what I mean? It's like, it looks a bit weird. Like, why is the heart icon embracing both the HP bar and the current equipped item? That for me doesn't work. And I'd like to see. Let's just butcher this a little bit. No, not that. That. Trying to do here. Where's the? Oh, there it is. So what I'd like to see is that, and then. Oh, hang on. I need to get rid of all my scribbles. Okay. What I think I would prefer to see is this, then this, then. Wait. Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing? Let's do this again. Let's move this up like so. And then what I'm going to do is grab half of that or some of that. Bring that up there. And then bring some of this. Copy paste it. A few times. Like so. Okay. And then we have like so. What are you doing? You have to send a letter to the King of Sweden to see a weapon reload. Right. So something a bit more like that. Yeah. I think we'll just move that there. Going overkill with this now, guys. To copy a bit there. Go. So something a bit more like that, I would say. What am I doing? I'm fixing the. I'm fixing the UI. No, it's too strong. I like. Let's look at it at 100% now. Which is obviously. Oh God, sorry guys. I just realised what you meant. Sorry. If I can move this. No, no, no. That bit. Hang on. Sorry, I was doing all that lovely artwork and you couldn't see the process. Let me do that. It's at 100%. And if I pull this out a little bit. I have to mess around with getting paint to fill the screen. This is near as damn it. So, yeah, all right, Kesha, all right. Thank you. The problem is I looked over and I could see the image I was looking at, right? Do you see what I mean? So do you see what I've done there? I've pushed the buff bar up. What are you doing? What the hell? Okay, sorry, we've got mobs just running off the cliff. So I've made the HP bar fatter. I've moved the HP icon to be central to the HP bar. And then the equipped tool item is on its own line, right? Which kind of makes more sense. I would possibly prefer. Let's zoom in on that. I possibly prefer. Move that over because obviously I've got my for sale thing overlaying everything. I think possibly I move all of this up a little bit, like so. And then if I just select that and drag it down to there, and then what I can do is just drag the text up a little bit, like so. And then, no, there's a P there, isn't there? I just grab that bit. Drag it up a little bit, and then I can, grab some of that. There we go. It's not perfect, but you get the idea, right? And then I can do the same over here, really. Like so. Like that. And you could potentially put like a spanner icon or something next to this to indicate your current tool, right? Let me see. I'll just draw one. I'm not going to go and find one. So like, don't know which way to do it, right? Can't draw with a mouse. Something like that, right? That looks exactly like the heart, doesn't it? Right, let me try again. Zoom in a bit. Spanner. So we're looking at kind of like, this is too big. That's what the problem is. So let me try and do it. That. And then you have that bit, and then a separated bit like that, and then fill. No, that's not working. Fill all of this in. Like so. Obviously using a proper icon. It's just a rough kind of thing. But you could have something like that going on there. Hey Jeffy, how you doing? You're hungry. Ah. No, Jeffy's coming to eat us all. Run. Get that perception on there. Okay. So I think I think that part of the UI would be improved by that. I don't know what you guys think about that. Because the way it looks originally, let me just get the overlay, is it's like that heart icon straddling both the tool and the HP bar. The HP bar is tiny. I feel like it needs to be given more precedence. Question I have is, does that HP bar change color? And Peps, I didn't tell you, and you found it anyway. Right, Peps has changed the playlist. We're going to switch over to the 80s. Okay. Yeah. So Jeffy's not a fan of the new UI. Right, bear with me. Okay. Let me get my paint back up. So we go from... It is a basic look, but I think that's... I explained this before you turned up, is that I think the reason for that is that they just haven't got... They haven't really got like a real brand design language to work with right now. I don't think. And so I think what they're doing is just making the UI as clean as possible. Yeah, Jeffy, you got to have faith in the new UI. Got to have faith. Yeah. So just concentrating on making it clean looking. Whether they change it again in the future, now that it's going to be in Unreal Engine, well, the thing is, right, does it carry over into Unreal Engine the same way? Because obviously this is being implemented in the game as it currently stands. So 12 peta? So, yeah. Is this exactly how it's going to look in Unreal Engine as well? That's the other question, right? It's an interesting one, really. But anyway, going back to paint. So do that. So yeah, I think that whole bit there could be improved. A, fatten up the HP bar. B, align the heart icon for the HP with the HP bar. Put the current selected tool on its own line. You could potentially put a spanner icon next to it, although spanner isn't necessarily relevant, right? But they do class it as tool, right? You know, whether you put an icon there or not, it's on its own line. That's what I feel like it should be. I'm not sure what this icon's supposed to represent over here. This one. Like, what is that? Typically, we have the actual ammo, right, on the game. Where's paint gone again? There. So here on the game, you can see down here, and if you can see my mouse cursor moving around, but we see the actual ammo in use. What's Stirplan and Scumper? Anyway, yeah. So we see what that looks like, and then over here, what is that? What does that mean? Is this just kind of alpha artifacting because they haven't implemented ammo icons yet? Or is this the new ammo icon for something? Uni ammo or blip? I don't know. Is it the same icon with the other picture? Have a look. No, it's a different. Okay, that's a different. That is a different. I'm gonna have to open that image up. Right. So, bear with me. Well, hang on a minute. Let me save this one. It's PNG UI fixed HB bar. Okay. Let me open the other image. Here we go. So on this one, say, why is it? Even get it full screen properly. What's this one then? It is 1080p. Okay. So we can see here that the icon for the over here is different, right? Now in the last image, there was a DOA strike hammer, right? And it had the two little rectangular-ish shapes, right? Whereas this has a globe on it. Now I would assume then the globe means universal ammo. From that. But it's like, what the hell are two little rectangular things supposed to signify in that icon? And then the other question is, what does energy ammo weapon cells look like? And look at this. You see that? Right there is your Mind Force implant on the HP bar. Now, in the current UI, it's not on the HP bar. It's at the end of the tools selected tool area. Now, if I get my screen up, you can see that down here. It's not in the HP bar. It's next to it. So it looks like it's in the HP bar. And again, look how small it is. And we kind of fixed that by making the HP bar wider, fatter. And you notice how the the transparency on these icons doesn't look so bad when it's got a dark background, but obviously when the background goes lighter, they are slightly harder to see. But like, look at these icons; they all look the same. Like arrow up, arrow up, arrow up, arrow up, arrow up. What? Arrow down? What's that? What does this all mean? This is probably reload speed. This one probably looks like accuracy. What was it called? Maybe crit chance? I don't know. Yeah, but they're not. They're not the same because if I just zoom in, they are definitely not the same. So this one's got like teeth around it, which I think that's crit damage. No, see that. But then what are these here? This looks like reload. I can't do this with a mouse. That looks like reload. Regen? HP up? This one? Like increased HP? Or is that one regen and this one's HP? Increased HP. But like all four of these. Like what? What are they? Now, we do have actually. Right, okay, this one. Oh, okay. Sorry. No, right. Let me just back my stuff out. Right. This one is run speed. Calvin Starlord, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. That's run speed. Okay. This one here looks like it's reload. Okay. This one over here is decrease crit. Can't really increase crit chance. I can barely see it. Hang on, can I see it on my projector? I'd say. Hang on a minute. God, I keep getting the wrong thing here. Entropia. Can't see that. Can't see it. I think this one. Hang on a minute. Ain't done. This one here is increased crit. So what is that one? What is that one? Uh, these both over here look like they're for healing. Which is which? I'm not 100% sure right now. When you do resto, it looks like a heart icon. Let me put my A-look on. Okay, I got it. This one here is plus HP. And this one here is plus regen. But like the problem is that they just all look the same at a distance, right? Because they've all got the triple arrows inside them. And I mean it is literally what they are now. For most of them at least. If not all of them. I just don't know what those first two. Sorry, I don't know what that first one and the fourth one is. Anyone have any ideas? Reload, crit. One must be damage, right? Have I not got damage on here? Evade, dodge. Oh, hang on. Put that one on. AI made it. I still can't see that. So I know that one's crit chance. So the other one must be crit. Yeah. I think this one here is plus C damage. Damn. It's a mess. Crit damage, that is. Let me. DD. Just do that. Crit damage. So that first one is like a question mark. Has anyone ever seen that one before? Well, no, because we've got these icons now. They are literally the same icons. You just can't see them. We have unequipped this. No, because I still got too much stuff on. Let's get unequip that. Still got too many on the go. Still too many on the go. Because I've got a 12-minute skill boost. That's why it's not blowing up. No, this is run speed over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one kind of looks new to me, but it may be something I just have never seen because I don't have all the gear. But I do not have anything with that icon on. Hey Killing, how you doing? Sweating as always. So yeah, that first icon is a bit of a question mark. The others are existing icons, which is fine. I don't want I don't think they should be semi-transparent. That's just my take on it. I think they should be opaque. Anyway, that's that bit. I mean, there's not really much to discuss about the slots because we've already kind of gone over that, and the fully customized desktop thing is a thing of the past in this UI. It's going to make things a bit. I just don't know. Like I just hit these buttons at the top on my. Hang on. These up here. You can see my mouse. I hit these kind of emotes. I do have some mapped to keys, but I just hit them with my mouse most of the time. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it skill gain? I thought I had a skill gain on. Wait, I popped a skill pill, a 5-hour skill pill. Where's it gone? Huh? I popped a skill pill. Oh, it was a 1 hour. Right. Fair enough. I thought it was a 5 hour. It was a 1 hour. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. It's increased skill gain. Okay, so nothing new, basically. We know what they all are. Okay. So moving on to this piece. I don't hate it. I wouldn't say I love it. Um it is clean, it's clear. Uh the bars are quite small again. Not sure how I feel about that. If we look over here, our bars are quite big. and the writing is inside them, whereas the writing on that UI is outside of the bars, and the bars are tiny. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. They may have experimented with it, right? With it inside or just adjacent. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like the writing inside the bar was fine, but overall, I mean, it's the same UI. It's just looks a bit cleaner rather than having all this kind of paraphernalia around it, all this kind of weird cutout design. Doesn't have that anymore. Notice there's no help icon. I mean, that just puts a pop-up up anyway. Probably a bit superfluous these days. Old people always complicate it. Where's it complicated? Hmm. Um. So, yeah, largely speaking, it's literally the same thing, but just a bit cleaner. The icons are looking like they're staying the same for the individual skills, which is fine. I don't think we really need to change that. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say other than it's just the same kind of clean. Yeah, I guess there is. Is this not okay? I thought that those were curved edges, but they're not. They're actually just rectangles. I I don't know. I feel like I don't know if you guys use like Windows 11 or even Apple stuff, but basically, like everything's got a kind of curved chamfer to the corners these days. Mister all the way. Holy cow! Um, I feel like they could have added a curved chamfer on the corners, and it would modernize it a little bit more. And the same would apply to here as well. Right, if I could probably explains it better if I just drop this bit. No, no, terrible. It's terrible. I'm not an artist. You get that right. Something like that. Terrible. Anyway, it's not perfect, but you get the idea, right? And just by doing something simple like that and making it in line with, other design languages that are current, I don't know. Is that overthinking things? No one have any opinion on that? I mean, it's such a trivial thing. Don't get me wrong, it is trivial. Argonauts still have problem, but of course the UI is... Have you tried hunting ballrooms? Yeah. Anyway, let's look at... So the mission UI. So we can see it's not like a hard bordered thing anymore. And so let's just look at how it is right now. So we can see the... You can't because Loot Nanny's in the way. Let me just toggle that bit for a minute. So you can see the UI there. And you can see it's a hard bordered thing. Yeah. And the collapse is inside the title bar of it. And it says tracked missions. Now, we look at the new UI. It doesn't say tracked missions. And it just has a floating collapse button. Yeah. So there's no hard border to it. It's just floating in the game. I actually quite like that. For the track missions, I like that. It looks clean. And you can see that the individual missions have a title bar, which does have transparency fade on the background. But I think that works, to be honest with you. I think that really works. So I think that bit looks good, in my opinion. So let's move on to the radar. Until pop 50 missions. Well, you can only track 5 missions at a time anyway, plus some codex, right? At the moment. So I imagine that situation is not going to change a great deal, if I'm honest. I mean, it might change a little bit. Just don't think a lot. Okay, so looking at the radar, I mean, it's a radar. It looks more basic compared to the radar we have now. Again, it's got the same fade toolbar title bar transparency thing going on as with this bit here, right? So there's some synergy there in how that bit works in terms of the UI. Again, not against that. That kind of looks okay. Can you move the radar? Or is it now fixed in position? I like my radar top left, but then the loop messages interfere with that, which is kind of annoying. but I like it top left because most first-person shooter games I play, the radar's top left. So I like it top left. There you go. So easy buttons here for zoom in and out, and also to center to north. I guess that one's a toggle. Yeah. So it's a toggle at the moment, but it's just a circle which has a tooltip says sat nav mode. Yeah, I mean it's basic in terms of, it's understanding where north is. It's not obvious that it's a toggle button, but then you soon figure that kind of stuff out. Oh, we just got a global of 22 ped. Then we come to the icons. So I think the positioning of the icons is better than what we have now. Because you've got this square panel and then this row of icons sat in a row, like row. You've got a row of icons sat beneath a circular compass, right? So I think the new UI is better in that regard, in that they follow along the curvature quite nicely. The icons themselves. So okay, let's unpack these. That's PvP. Can't type it. Type can't draw. Tool. PvP. Okay. This one is radiation, or basically lootable. Yeah. It's previously called toxic area. Okay, so that's a different. Actually, that's a different thing, isn't it? So that's the sign for radiation, but I assume that translates to tox as well, right? Because if you go to Arc Moon, there's radiation zones, and at the moment, those zones do not mark up as toxic. From what I can remember, you just die. Unless it's because I haven't been able to go in them and I'm just dead. I don't know. Maybe someone else can tell me. It's been hours. I'm still shooting my ammo here. We'll do a little bit of CS2 in a minute. Toxic areas, lootable. Yeah. But in the game currently, we have a dedicated icon for lootable, right? Which is none of these. It's none of these. If you look on your yeah, let me get the game back up, right? Can you see my cursor? So basically, the first one is PvP icon, right? The second one is the lootable icon, which is a PvP. It's a skull with a cross through it. Sorry, a skull in an X. The next one is toxic, which is the biohazard icon. Right. Then the next one is vehicles are allowed in this area, which is traffic lights. Right. It's a traffic light icon. Now that one is changed to a steering wheel. I cannot do this with a mouse. Okay. It's the middle, just a different symbol. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they're two different indicators. One is for PvP, one is for lootable PvP, right? And here there's one icon for PvP that I can see. The question is, what does the PED one mean? Now, we could stretch and say that means lootable. I mean, what would having the PED or the Entropia symbol, which is basically just PED, isn't it? Yeah, it's the PED card symbol, right? Sorry, let me get the picture back up. So I think this one here might mean lootable. And that last one is you are not allowed. So this is prohibited at the end, which is no different to how it is right now. Midday on the 12th is the update. Yeah, it's a little while away, isn't it? 10 days away. So that's that really. There's not really a lot else to say about that. Other than we don't really know what that is, but we can make the assumption that it's the PvP lootable icon in the bottom right in the for the Entropia ped card symbol basically. It seems to make the most sense in my mind, but unless anyone's got any other ideas what that could mean. But then, you know, if it is that, then all the symbols kind of match up in terms of there's 5 here and 5 on the current radar, right? Nice if they lower the Hoff global ticker. Lower it? I mean lower it. You know you can move it around, right? Yeah, you know you can move it, right? Uh, 100, 500. Yeah, I keep mine set to 2000. 1000. Which, what is it? One of those. 2000. Yeah. Keep mine set at 2000. What you? But I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there. You mean you want to be able to set 50? I mean, yeah, I guess like 250. Oh, right. Really? So you want to see more increments, basically. Yeah, I suppose that's fair, really. Because, like, anything below 250 is pretty bog standard normal, isn't it? In a lot of cases. Hey, Crazy Lion, how you doing? Okay. Right. So we've gone over the radar. I think overall, though, um, like this bit, this bit, this bit, and this bit, I don't have a problem with. The radar itself, not a big fan. Can't put my finger on it, but I don't know. It's not it. Bring back the noise. Just wear your suit. Wear your suit. I'm just not a fan of the actual dial itself. I don't. Not sure. Is it the fact that it's just got this white border around it? I don't know. I don't know. I think having not gone around looking at all the games in the world and trying to understand how everyone does a radar, um, I can't really put my finger on it. But I'm just not. I'm not a huge fan of how the dial looks. Everything else around it, I don't have a problem with. But the dial itself, um, it doesn't. To a point, it doesn't feel like it fits. I feel like even if they had this white border inset in the dial by a few pixels so that it was a dark grey on the outside of it. Like this looks here, you've got the dark grey and then there's white and then it's grey again in the middle. I think even that might make it look like it fits more. But the way it sits at the moment, I don't know, just something not right in my mind with it. And yes, I am very picky. The only thing you want is the ticker change, right? Okay. So that's that bit. Let's go over here. Um, so instead of having mappable actions to get to various system functions, we now have icons, dedicated icons for these functions, right? Now, these icons will look different. Um, let's see if we can try and figure these out. Right, this is missions. This looks like codex. We're just picky for no reason. Now they said, if I'm not mistaken, they said they were removing the deposit UI in favor of just having it on the website. So in-game deposit is no longer going to be a thing. Which leaves this icon here, I think, being just the PED center. Or maybe the exchange. Maybe the exchange and PED center become a combined UI. Because you have two different... Oh, heavy now. You have two different UIs for this kind of stuff, right? So you've got this one here, PED Flow Center, sorry. Yeah. And then you've got the exchange. Now, exchange is... It's a graphy type thing. And there is no graphy type thing on those icons. So this one here looks like professions. Maybe. First one, inventory. I was going to say the same thing. I think this one is inventory. What are you saying? Four is mission. Yeah, I've got that. 5. Oh, you think that one's codex? You think 6, the globals? Seven, you think is globals? I don't know about that. Because if you look at the profession icon right now, it's a star. So I feel like that one's professions. Do you think 6 is trading? That's typically been done through... Are you thinking global auction? I think if there is a global auction coming, it would be this one. It's a bunch of blocks, right? Now, if you consider that the inventory is a block, then a bunch of blocks is going to be, I think, where you can buy and sell stuff. I would say that's global org. If the star is professions, is this one skills? I mean, then we've got, what's that one? What's that one? What's that one? C could mean codex, you're right. But if you look at the codex icon right now, it's like a notepad with a load of, or like a load of text, a load of lines. Which is why I assume that one there, this one here, was codex. I mean, we'll soon find out in 10 days, right? And then come back to these now. What are these? Hmm? Act lib. What? What do you mean by that? You have to spell it out to me. I'm a bit slow. Action library. But the action library's... Yeah. I don't think that's the blocks. Maybe number 2 is the action library. I get a feeling that that one could be the action library. Another global. 11 pid that time. So, like that one could be AL. Maybe. What other functions do we have? Is mentoring. Which one of those is mentoring? I think it could be this one. Dot, a dot with many dots around it. I think that could be mentoring, or that could be society. You think it could be map? I mean, with these icons, it's almost impossible to really tell, isn't it? So, one of them's going to be the Hoff window. which could be the one I've got marked up as professions, right? Potentially, could be that one. Number 4. Number 4 is missions all day long. Because it's about it smacks of being an objective. Get to the peak, you know, climb the peak, climb to your objective, that kind of stuff. That one I totally get. I'd be extremely surprised if it wasn't that. First one pretty much feels like inventory. Second one, I don't know why, but it just feels like that one could be Action Library. There's no hint on this skill UI, is there? No. See, there's no icon. See, that's another thing, right? Is if you're going to another global, 12 pet. If you're going to put a UI up that you've gotten to from an icon, that icon needs to be on that UI too to further enforce that piece of design language. Yeah. So whichever one of these is the skill icon could also be heading up the title bar. For instance, like if this one is skill, which not 100% it is. Yeah. Let's mode transparent selection. Can we do that? Doesn't work like that. Okay, but we just shove that there like that. Obviously, it would be dark. So let's tidy this up. Let's copy and paste that to the same distance there. And then we're going to take the dropper for that color and we're just going to draw around it. So just roughly it's not perfect, but kind of get the idea with it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, something like that. And then you further enforce, I've clicked on this thing and now I've got a piece of UI up and it represents what I've just clicked on. I think this one here might be exit, being it's the last icon in the thing, and it also has, I didn't overwrite it, also has this kind of arrow to one side like exit, right? Can you see that? Kind of exit, kind of get out, kind of look about it. So I feel like that one could be quit. Mark it up as such. Yeah, I mean, as far as the rest, we're just kind of guessing, aren't we? Will it now? Unfortunately, having multi monitors or ultra wide where you only use a portion of the screen for the game, that doesn't help at all. Okay. Well, I mean, I beyond that, I don't really know. We're just guessing, and it's only 10 days, and then we'll be able to suck it and see anyway, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, like I've said, this HP bar needs to be fatter, in my opinion. It's kind of more important than it's being given emphasis for right now. The health icon should be central to the HP bar alignment and not also being in between the HP bar and the currently equipped item. That seems a bit off to me. So yeah, I'd like to see that increased in width or height, sorry. And if you increase the height of that, you can also increase the size of the Mind Force implant icon as well, because it's absolutely minuscule right there. Okay, we're getting on for running out of ammo on these now. 65 shots. And then we'll have a little clock on something else, I think.